Those are people I look up to, I'm gonna learn from. I'm very excited about it. From gardening to chickens. Let's fill us up, our soaking bucket up again. Okay, Josiah? Hey, you decided to join us? Good. Yeah. Why not pour it out right there since the ducks love it so much? All right, Josiah, can you lift the rest of the greenhouse, the low tunnel? Josiah, it's gotten a little trashy out here. Can we pick up it a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey, Josiah, did you see our special guests this morning?
Yeah.
You found them all 5 of them?
Yeah.
Okay, good eye. Hey, if you guys missed those, you might want to go back. We've hidden 5 people through there. Those are 5 special people that I'm going to be listening to this coming Monday, October 31st through November 6th, the Fall Summit by Marjorie Wildcraft. Link in the description to sign up for that free event. To give you guys a little hint who to look for, Joel Salatin, Pat Foreman, John Kohler, David the Good, Jeanette Behringer. Those are people I look up to, I'm gonna learn from. I'm very excited about it. From gardening to chickens. Are you excited about that, Josiah?
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch any of it?
Yeah.
Good, I look forward to that with you. Been getting a lot of questions lately, so we thought, why not do a question and answer? We submitted an inquiry on our Facebook account, and people sent all kinds of interesting questions that we're going to attempt to answer today. First up, everybody got excited about that video I posted the other day, mixing my own feed. I'll link it there. But people have more questions like, where do I get the stuff? There's the mixed feed. The corn, the wheat, the peas, and the oats, and the fish meal I get at New Country Organics. I have gotten from Sunrise Farms in the past. It's non-GMO, but they still use heavy pesticides, so going into the future, sticking with New Country. Where do you get that? You can order directly from them on their website. Also, they'll ship it directly to you. I think even from 1 bag to 40 bags. You save money the more bags you get. You can also ask your local farm store to order. I get my local farm store carries it, unfortunate enough. I've been feeding the turkeys on it throughout their whole process. The Nutri-Balancer, Aragonite, and Kelp, I don't remember off the top of my head. We'll leave a link in the show notes. A lot of people also want to know, what other animals do you want? They say, why don't you have a dog? Why don't you have goats? Why don't you have bees? Well, we have a long wish list that we're gonna tackle one piece at a time when we settle down. Things we dream about, of course, are getting back to milking beef cows, chickens, of course, goats, sheep, pigs, bees, trees. Oh my gosh, trees. Another person asked, how did we get our homestead? And I see where you're going with that, because you want ideas to get your homestead. I'm one of the fortunate ones. See this barn? Grandpa built that barn with his hands, hand tools, no power tools. 75 acres, way back in the day. He got it for a half a year's wage, paid it off in 2 years. Very fortunate. But that passed on to my dad. Now I've rented from him. And that's one idea that I can pass on to you guys, is that we rented, but we did a work trade. We did work for him in exchange for part of the rent. There is lots of land and structures that aren't being used. People are getting older. I guarantee you, if you work hard enough and ask enough people, that's one way of being able to access land, is sort of on a rental work trade basis. As for the future of this land in my family, there's more than just me in this family. So this is me, okay? This is a fortunate inheritance, 6 acres on this side of the street. Do I worm these guys? I've never wormed these guys in 10 years. I've never had worms. I think prevention is key, just a healthy diet. They get greens, they get meats, they get grains. And if they did get worms, I would give them a real health boost with fermented grains, apple cider vinegar in their water. And by the way, you could do that once a week just as a maintenance plan. And food grade diatomaceous earth sprinkled in their food. They ask, do you make money off your farm? It's a good question. It leads to another question of how I got into permaculture. I used to make money off this farm selling grass-fed beef, doing a CSA market garden, selling egg shares, basically making money off the food we're growing for ourselves. It was an awesome system. But then I got Lyme disease and had to slow down physically, but I still wanted to be a part of the movement. And this is then where I got into permaculture, because I thought there had to be a better way. You know, I had the chickens over here and the gardens over here, and I'm doing all this work. There's got to be, is there a way to like put these together? And then I found permaculture, and essentially that's what it does, is permaculture makes the connection between the garden and the chickens to work together for more abundance with less input. And so I was like, I gotta have that. And that's how I got into permaculture. Very practical. This is very useful type of entry into that field. And so it's a wonderful design system that does just that, and I found out it does so much more. What would I do if I had $40,000 to spend on my homestead? Design. I'm a permaculture designer, but I would bring in one other person that has even more experience, and it would be 2 brains working together. So we'd have an overall awesome design that I could work on as I got more money or more time. And then I would do irrigation, ponds, water pipes, going to the chicken areas, going to the cow areas, those kinds of things, so that I'm not always dragging this big old hose around. And then I would, with anything that's left over at that point, I would invest in trees. Because when's the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago. When's the next best time to plant a tree? Today. I think for the rest of these questions, I had to do it with you.
Okay.
Like somebody asked, what would we do if I wasn't around? What would you do if I was not
I would probably have less birds. We just have a smaller flock, but I think I could do all of I think I could move the fence and move the chickshaw and stuff like that. We probably just have a smaller operation.
I was gonna say, just scale down.
Yeah.
This is another one we get all the time. It's kind of like a comment and a question. People comment about our parenting, and this time they want to know if there are any books that we subscribe to or follow. We've read books, but not necessarily. I would say we do like a hodgepodge of things. We sort of like to incorporate a reality style of parenting, like, for example, you know, a reward and a consequence type systems where, for example, if they help out with the chores, they're helping doing the turkeys, they get to sell a turkey and have it, and that's a wonderful reward.
And I would also say that we're like super feelings based, and we like to talk to them about their feelings and like what is going on with them right then, like why are they acting the way that they're acting, what are they feeling, and then try to help them manage their feelings, because they're just little people with big feelings and they don't know how to manage them. And honestly, that has been the biggest thing. Another thing that we do, and this isn't like one from a book or anything, it's just like making sure that your kids aren't hungry
or tired.
I think it's one, just like looking into why they're doing what they're doing, and then two, just knowing your kids and following your instinct, like following your gut, like, is this normal for my child? And just knowing your kid.
This one says, what stop on our bus tour are we looking forward to the most? It's hard to pinpoint like who we're looking forward to the most, but I think what we look forward to the most is hanging out with like-minded people.
Yeah.
Because when you're in homesteading, it's kind of a niche, and it's not like our local friends or family are into this. So it's gonna be kind of cool to go and hang out with other homesteaders too. And we probably get this question almost every vlog, right? What are you gonna do with your chickens?
Well, we are going to be giving them to some friends.
Ooh, this is a good one, and it's for you, Beauty. With editing 2 vlogs, this is appropriate for this question. When do you find time to sleep? With editing, they said, with editing 2 vlogs and whatnot, you've done as many as 4 vlogs in a day.
I find plenty of time to sleep. What happens is other things don't get done.
I read the question, Beauty, but I'll let it be popped on you. What are our aspirations for our children? Well, you got to think about it after all, because the battery died. So switch the battery. What's the aspirations? I've had time to think about this for our kids.
I want our kids to be healthy, happy, content, have joy, and know that Justin and I believe in them no matter what they choose to do.
Our aspirations for them could be wrapped up in 3 words: living their dream. This one's another one for you. What's the #1 way you keep your Hashimoto's under control?
So I would say the #1 thing that has helped me is Synthroid, and I don't love being on a synthetic prescription drug every day, but honestly, that's the one thing that has kept my thyroid in check. I'm actually somebody who does really well on Synthroid. I've tried other synthetic thyroid medicines, and my body does not respond at all to them. But I do great on Synthroid. Synthroid is not for everybody, and I do realize that. #2 would be going gluten-free. Yeah, since that happened, it literally changed my life. I went from little energy to lots of energy. 3rd would be my applied kinesiologist. I see him every month, and he has really helped me kind of hone into what supplements that my body needs. And I really, really appreciate him and everything that he has done for me. And I think that honestly with Hashimoto's, I think it's on an individual basis. Like, you just got to find someone who's going to help you with you. Like, your Hashimoto's problems are probably not going to be my Hashimoto problems. So just finding a doctor who can treat you as an individual.
This one I think I can answer real quick. Somebody wanted some homegrown chicken recipes. Look, I'll leave a link in this video. We wrote an article on that because in 7 days our whole family ate nothing but chicken or eggs. I mean, we had other things with it, but it was a chicken or egg recipe. All kinds of good stuff. I'll leave the link to that. And then Krista, our good friend in Florida, asked, what is our favorite thing to do as a family?
I think our favorite thing to do as a family is just be together. It doesn't matter what we're doing. I think it's just spending quality time.
On a good day, We'll go for a nice walk in the evening. The kids have fun on the bike. We have fun walking and talking. And I think that's something everybody enjoys together. That's it for the Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it.